Howdy, folks. So, apparently, I have recently made the mistake of purchasing a Blackhawk Serpa holster. Uh, the drop leg panel itself, believe it's called the Strike panel, is actually pretty good. The holster itself, though, I've heard nothing but bad things about. A lot of it being that the material, the plastic itself, is cheap, which I can't really argue with. I mean, they know it's cheap. Blackhawk knows it's cheap because when you buy this thing, it comes with this little block that is inserted into the hole there. I don't know what you want to call it, the channel. It's inserted into this space, and it keeps the plastic from being compressed and cracking, because as you can see, there is a lot of flex, and I'm really not even putting very much weight into this. Another thing I've heard is that the paddles can break, which that would suck. Hasn't happened to me yet, but I really haven't been using this holster very much. But the bigger issue that keeps getting brought up is that it leads to accidental discharge, because when you go to draw the gun from the holster, you have to push this button, and when you draw out the firearm, sometimes the finger lands right into the trigger guard, whatever. But still, they're trying to say that if I pull out my pistol, my finger could accidentally trigger the weapon, which I suppose could be possible. But, and you'll have to bear with me because I am doing this one-handed, so I can't really shove this guy into the holster. But this is a PSA dagger. Nothing fancy, just factory gun, you know, three dot sights, whatever. This is just any old handgun. But if I place it inside of the holster, if you'll notice, the paddle doesn't really line up with the trigger. And you don't push this side, you push this side. So when I push the button and draw the firearm, my finger is naturally on the side. I would have to try to mess that one up. Now, it's not to say that this isn't a problem with other platforms, but for the PSA dagger and possibly all other Gen 3 Glock platforms, knockoffs, whatever. See, there, I went and did it. But if I pull out the gun in line with the paddle, finger is not landing on, in, or near the trigger guard. So that argument is debunked for me, not necessarily for all, but for me, for the handgun that I plan on using in this cheap holster, which is also a cheap handgun. I can't really say I care all that much. Now, I will replace this. I'm looking at getting a cross-platform adapter to go on the actual platform, the drop leg panel, but I'd like to use a Safariland, something a little more rugged. But for now, I really don't see that being an issue. And no, this isn't. Sorry, I know I'm breaking the rules here. Oh man, my magazines aren't loaded. Not loaded. No danger. I mean, no, that's not really gonna. Yeah, nope. Let's just give that up. One-handed failure. All right. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to say about this thing.